I'm entertaining myself using my camera as a mirror. Hello, it's Dawn Michelle from Boho Tarot, and today I wanted to share with you some exciting news for some things coming to my channel, or things that I've recently launched on my channel. We're off to a great start. And it's memberships. So if you're unfamiliar with how memberships work here on YouTube, I will share with you a little bit about what they are and how they work. They're basically like subscribing to a channel to most of the time receive some sort of bonus content or exclusive content. So it's really similar to places like Patreon, where you are following a creator, you're supporting a creator and the things that they are doing, and often there is a sort of thank you for that and ways to interact with the creator on a little bit more personal level. So you'll have to excuse me because I have notes over here because this is what we're doing today. So channel memberships, yeah, it's kind of like a Patreon, right? If you're familiar with that. And honestly, I went back and forth about whether or not I wanted to do this here on YouTube or over on Patreon. And after kind of talking Lisa's ear off about it and doing a bunch of research, I decided to stay here on YouTube because it's like, well, the devil, you know, but really it's just that it's a platform that I'm comfortable with, that I'm familiar with, and we're already here. This is where we connect. This is where we interact. This is where we hang out. And so I thought it just made sense to just do it through the YouTube membership versus doing something like a Patreon where that's an actual separate app for both you and me. And honestly, I don't need another social media platform. Like, I'm good. I got plenty. So anyway, I went through this whole back and forth thing for actually a couple months trying to figure out where I wanted to do this thing. And then I finally decided that YouTube was the place to be because this is where we already are. And it makes sense both for me and hopefully for you as well. You'll also get things like notifications for any membership content, and it'll come directly through your YouTube notifications just as they do, I guess as long as you have the little bell turned on, just as they normally do. And so I thought that was really handy because you don't have to like check a separate app or anything for that. So one of the reasons why I wanted to do a membership level was so that I could kind of offer a little bit more personal, a little bit more casual content, and that so it would create a safe space for us to kind of get together and hang out. So I have no idea exactly what I want to do with all of this in the long term, but I thought, hey, I'm just going to jump in after months of planning, but here I am jumping in. So I've created a couple levels just to help get us started. The first one is the Wanderer level, and that one's $2.99 a month. And it is basically just a way to support my channel. If you like the videos that I create, you like the content that I'm already doing, that's just a great way to show your support and to help me continue to create more quality content like that. I do want to note that anything that I do for members only will be in addition to what I already do on my channel. So you're not going to be losing any of the content that you've come to know over, the course of the last few years. That's all going to stay the same. There's just going to be additional content. And that really comes in through the next two levels. The first is the Seeker level, or I guess technically that's the middle level. And the middle level, the Seeker level, is $6.99 a month. Sorry, I talk with my hands a lot. If you're going to be a member, you'll get used to it. So the Seeker level is the level where I am adding in a monthly live chat. So I think I've mentioned doing this live chat thing like so many times on my channel, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do it. But it intimidates me. I'm just going to be perfectly honest with you. It intimidates me. And although I love the interaction, the idea of hosting live chats totally on my own it's a little bit overwhelming. So I thought creating it as a members only creates a safe space, not only for me to be more comfortable engaging with people in this much more personal way, but also for you so that we can come together, we can get to know each other better, and we can chat about all the wonderful things that we love. And so the Seeker level will be gaining access into that monthly live chat. The date and time will of course vary based on schedules and whatnot, but that's going to give you access to that private live chat every month. The next level up is the Weaver level, and that's the $9.99 a month level. And that is really going to be where the bonus videos are going to come in. So the additional video content. Now, I do want to note that this content is going to be a lot more casual than my usual offerings. It's also probably going to be a bit more personal, and I'm hoping fairly unedited, which means you're going to kind of get me like you are here and now, just raw and in the real. But the main focus of those videos are going to be to really dive deeper into my personal practice and sharing that with you. So specifically how I do things in my practice, or really in-depth deep dives of the decks that I'm working with, so I can kind of share with you what my thoughts are on a really deep, like probably card by card level. Things like maybe random musings, just me coming on and, hey, let's chat about this today. This is something that I've been thinking about, or maybe this is a practice I've been doing or a process I've been exploring, and I can come on and share that with you in a much more kind of casual environment, kind of sitting down and just having a chat about our favorite things. So those will be kind of just some like random musings. We might also do some like additional mods, or maybe we'll just hang out or do some journaling. But the basic idea is to create space for me to provide that more personal content without it just being open to the whole entirety of the world, because that's a little bit scary. So when I was kind of putting this whole thing together, and what I was thinking about as I was kind of planning it, over the last few months, which is kind of funny because it really has been something that I've been working on for the last few months, and then just all of a sudden I'm like, let's just jump into the deep end of the pool, and here we are. Like, here I am. This is just a normal day, and here's what we're doing. But when I was kind of working through all this and trying to figure out what I wanted to offer and how I wanted to go about it, one of the things that kept coming to mind for me was this idea of creating sacred space, right? We look at sacred space, and we do that on, in our practices, whether it's tarot or a witchy practice or our spiritual practices, and we're all really comfortable and familiar with the idea of sacred space. But when it comes to a public platform like this, it can be hard to cultivate that same kind of sacredness and that same kind of safety in such a public forum. And so one of the things that really kind of appealed to me about the idea of doing some more membership and kind of private content was that notion of being able to create sacred space for us here on this channel. And it'll allow me to be more open and to share more, and will also allow us to make some of those more deeper connections. So that's really kind of what's the underlying underneath all of this. That's kind of the goal, is to create sacred space here on my channel. And we'll do that together through the different memberships. And again, that's just going to create a place for us to come together and to chat honestly and openly, and to share and connect and hopefully learn from each other. So that's kind of what I have going on, this new offering. The videos are going to be a lot like this one, where it's probably just going to be, here I am. This is what I look like today. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. The memberships are all open currently, and you can either find them linked in the description box below, because of course that's where we put all the links. And also on my channel homepage, there's a little join button now, and it's next to the subscription, like where it says you're subscribed, and the little bell notification. So you can always check it out there. You can click on that little join button, and it'll tell you more about the tiers or give you details on each of them. Although YouTube is super stingy with their word count, so it's like really, really short. Like, they want you to come on and make a video. I mean, I get it. It's a video platform, but man, stingy with the characters. Trying to condense what I wanted to do for each of these tiers into 90 characters, not words, 90 characters was a bit of a challenge for me, because as you can probably tell, I can ramble a bit. So anyway, that's what I have going on. I just wanted to come on and share that with you today, share those membership options for you, kind of to express why I wanted to do them and what I'm going to be doing with each of them, and how you can get involved if you want to. I also want to take this opportunity, while I have you, to just say thank you for all the love and support that I've received over the last couple of years on my channel. It has meant so much to me, and it's been so wonderful to connect with everybody in this space. And I really look forward to deepening those connections and having those conversations in this kind of new sacred space as well. So in the meantime, thank you so much for joining me today. And of course, I look forward to seeing you again soon for more Creative Tarot for an Inspired Life.